Sir, I entreat you home with me to dinner.
I humbly do desire your grace of pardon. I must away this night toward Padua, and it is meet I presently set forth.
I'm sorry that your leisure serves you not. Antonio, gratify this gentleman, for to my mind you are much bound to him.
Most worthy gentlemen, I and my friend have by your wisdom been this day acquitted of grievous penalties, in lieu whereof 3,000 ducats due unto the Jew. We freely cope your courteous pains.
And stand indebted over and above in love and service to you evermore.
He is well paid that is well satisfied, and I, delivering you, am satisfied, and therein do account myself well paid. My mind was never yet more mercenary. I pray you, know me when we meet again. I wish you well, and so I take my leave.
Sir, of course I must attempt you further. Take some remembrance of us as a tribute, not as a fee. Grant me 2 things, I pray you. Not to deny me, and to pardon me.
You press me far, and therefore I will yield. Now, give me your gloves. I'll wear them for your sake. And for your love, I'll take this ring. Oh, do not draw back your hand. I'll take no more. And you in love shall not deny me this.
This ring, alas, good sir, it is a trifle. I will not shame myself to give you this.
I will have nothing else but only this, and now methinks I have a mind to it.
Well, there's more depends on this than on the value. The dearest ring in Venice will I give you, and find it out by proclamation. But for this, I pray you pardon me.
I see, sir, you are liberal in offers. You taught me first to beg, and now methinks you teach me how a beggar should be answered.
Good sir, this ring was given to me by my wife, and when she put it on, she made me vow neither to sell, nor give, nor lose it.
That excuse serves many men to save their gifts. And your wife be not a mad woman, and know how well I have deserved this ring, she would not hold out enemy forever for giving it to me. Well, peace be with you.
I pray you, Lord Bassanio, let him have the ring. Let his deserving and my love withal be valued against your wife's commandment.
Gratiano, go. Run and overtake him. Give him the ring. And persuade him, if thou canst, to come anon to Antonio's lodging. Go away. Make haste! Come, you and I will thither presently. And in the morning early, we will both fly toward Belmont. Come, Antonio.
Inquire the Jew's house out. Give him this deed and let him sign it. And we'll away tonight and be a day before our husband's home. This deed will be well welcome to Lorenzo.
Fair sir, you are well ordained. My Lord Bassanio, upon more advice, hath sent you here this ring. And doth entreat your company at dinner.
That cannot be. His ring I do accept most thankfully, and so I bid you tell him. Furthermore, I pray you, show my youth old Shylock's house.
Well, that I will do.
Sir, I would speak with you.
I'll see if I can get my husband's ring, which I did make him swear to keep forever.
Thou mayest, I warrant. We shall have them swearing they're to give these rings away to men. Away, make haste. Thou knowst where I will tarry. Come, good sir. Will you show me to this house?
Moon shines bright. Such a night as this, when the sweet wind did gently kiss the trees, and they did make no noise, in such a night, Troilus, methinks, mounted the Trojan walls, and sighed his soul toward the Grecian tents, where Cressid lay that night.
such a night did Thisbe fearfully outtrip the dew, and saw the lion's shadow wear himself, and ran dismayed away.
In such a night stood Dido, with a willow in her hand, upon the wild sea banks, and waft her love to come again to Carthage.
Such a night Medea gathered the enchanted herbs that did renew old Aeson.
In such a night did Jessica steal from the wealthy Jew, and with an unthrift love did run from Venice as far as Belmont.
Such a night did young Lorenzo swear he loved her well, stealing her soul with many vows of faith, ne'er a true one.
In such a night did pretty Jessica, like a little shrew, slander her love, and he forgave it her.
I would outnight you, but hark, I hear the footing of a man.
Who comes so fast in silence of the night?
A friend.
A friend? What friend? Your name, I pray you, friend.
Stefano is my name, and I bring word. My mistress will before the break of day be here at Belmont. She doth stray about by holy crosses, where she kneels and prays for happy wedlock hours.
Who comes with her?
None but a holy hermit and her maid. I pray you, is my master yet returned?
He is not, nor we have not heard from him. But go we in, I pray thee, Jessica, and ceremoniously let us prepare some welcome for the mistress of the house. Sweet soul, let's in, and there expect their coming. And yet, no matter. Why should we go in? My friend, Stefano, signify, I pray you, within the house your mistress is at hand, and bring your music forth into the air. How sweet the moonlight sleeps upon this bank. Here will we sit, and let the sounds of music creep in our ears. Soft stillness and the night become the touches of sweet harmony. Sit, Jessica. Look how the floor of heaven is thick inlaid with patines of bright gold. There's not the smallest orb which thou beholdst, but in his motion like an angel sings, still choiring to the young-eyed cherubims. Such harmony is in immortal souls, but whilst this muddy vesture of decay doth grossly close it in, we cannot hear it.
I'm never merry when I hear sweet music.
The reason is your spirits are attentive. For do but note a wild and wanton herd or race of youthful and unhandled colts, fetching mad bounds, bellowing and neighing loud, which is the hot condition of their blood. If they but hear perchance a trumpet sound, or any air of music touch their ears, you shall perceive them make a mutual stand, their savage eyes turned to a modest gaze by the sweet power of music. Therefore the poet did feign that Orpheus drew trees, stones, and floods, since naught so stockish, hard, and full of rage, but music, for the time, doth change his nature. A man that hath no music in himself, nor is not moved with concord of sweet sounds, is fit for treasons, stratagems, and spoils. A the motions of his spirit are dull as night, and his affections dark as Erebus. Let no such man be trusted. Mark the music.
That light we see is burning in my hall. How far that little candle throws his beams. So shines a good deed in a naughty world.
When the moon shone, we did not see the candle.
So doth the greater glory dim the less. The substitute shines brightly as a king until a king be by. And then his state empties itself, as doth an inland brook, into the main of waters. Music.
Ah, it is your music, madam, of the house.
Nothing is good, I see, without respect. Methinks it sounds much sweeter than by day.
Silence bestows that virtue on it, madam.
The crow doth sing as sweetly as the lark when neither is attended. And I think the nightingale, if she should sing by day when every goose is cackling, would be thought no better a musician than the wren. How many things by season seasoned are, to their right praise and true perfection.
That is the voice, or I'm much deceived, of Portia.
He knows me as the blind man knows the cuckoo by the bad voice.
Dear lady, welcome home.
We have been praying for our husband's welfare, which speed we hope the better for our words. Are they returned?
Madam, they are not yet, but there is come a messenger before to signify their coming.
Go in, Larissa, and give orders to my servants that they take no note at all of our being absent hence. Nor you, Lorenzo, Jessica, nor you.
We are no telltales, madam. Fear you not.
This night, methinks, is but the daylight sick. It looks a little paler. 'Tis a day such as the day is when the sun is hid.
We should hold day with the Antipodes, and you would walk in absence of the sun.
Let me give light, but let me not be light. For a light wife doth make a heavy husband, and never be Bassanio so for me. God saw to all you are welcome home, my lord.
Thank you, madam. Good welcome to my friend. This is the man. This is Antonio, to whom I am so infinitely bound.
You should in all sense be much bound to him, for as I hear, he was much bound for you.
No more than I am well acquitted of.
Sir, you are very welcome to our house. It must appear in other ways than words, therefore I scant this breathing courtesy.
By yonder moon, I swear you do me wrong. In faith, I gave it to the judge's clerk. Would he were gelt that had it for my part, since you do take it, love, so much at heart.
A quarrel? Ho, already, what's the matter?
About a hoop of gold, a paltry ring that she did give me, whose posy was for all the world like cutler's poetry upon a knife. Love me and leave me not.
What talk you of the posy or the value? You swore to me when I did give it you that you would wear it till your hour of death, and that it should lie with you in your grave. Though not for me, yet for your vehement oaths you should have been respective and have kept it. Gave it a judge's clerk. God's my judge, the clerk will know a hair on's face that had it.
He will, and if he live to be a man.
Aye, if a woman lived to be a man.
No, by this hand I gave it to a youth, a kind of boy, a little scrubbed boy, no higher than thyself, the judge's clerk. A prating boy who begged it as a fee. I could not for my heart deny it him.
You were to blame, I must be plain with you. To part so slightly with your wife's first gift, a thing stuck on with oaths upon your finger, and so riveted with faith unto your flesh. I gave my love a ring, and made him swear never to part with it, and here he stands. I dare be sworn for him he would not lose it, nor pluck it from his finger, for the wealth that the world masters. Now, in faith, Gratiano, you give your wife too unkind a cause for grief, and 'twere to me I should be mad at it.
My Lord Bassanio gave his ring away unto the judge that begged it, and indeed deserved it too. And then the boy, his clerk, who took some pains in writing, begged mine, and neither man nor master would take aught but the 2 rings.
What ring gave you, my lord? Not that I hope that you received of me.
If I could add a lie unto a fault, I would deny it. But you see, my finger, it's not the ring upon it, it is gone.
Even so void is your false heart of truth. By heaven, I will ne'er come in your bed until I see that ring.
Nor I.